Assalamu alaikum and very good evening. যুক্তরাজ্য সহ পৃথিবীর যে যেখানে বসে এনটিভি ইউরোপের রেগুলার প্রোগ্রাম কমিউনিটি ম্যাটার্স দেখছেন আপনাদের সবাইকে শুভেচ্ছা সহ স্বাগতম। বরাবরের মতো আজকেও আপনাদের সাথে আছি আমি আদনান পাভেল। আপনারা যারা রেগুলারলি এই প্রোগ্রাম দেখেন আপনারা জানেন কমিউনিটি ম্যাটার্স আপনাদের অনুষ্ঠান, আপনাদের নিয়ে অনুষ্ঠান। আমরা সবসময় চেষ্টা করি এমন সব টপিকে কথা বলতে যা কিনা ব্রিটিশ বাংলাদেশি কমিউনিটির উপর বা বাংলাদেশের কমিউনিটির উপর প্রভাব ফেলছে বা অদূর ভবিষ্যতে প্রভাব ফেলতে পারে। আজও তার ব্যতিক্রম নয়। তো আজকে আমরা কথা বলবো রোল অফ স্পোর্টস ইন ব্রিটিশ বাংলাদেশি কমিউনিটি আর বাংলাদেশি কমিউনিটি, এবং এই ব্যাপারে আমার সাথে কথা বলার জন্য উপস্থিত আছেন আমার হাতের সর্ব ডান পাশে জনাব আফজাল আলী, তারপর উপস্থিত আছেন জনাব জিল্লু মান্নান, আমার হাতের বাম পাশে উপস্থিত আছেন রাম রহমান, তারপর উপস্থিত আছেন জনাব মালিক মজুমদার। Thank you all four of you once again for joining us today at NTV Europe at Community Matters. Today we'll talk about role of sports in Bangladeshi community, and then obviously we'll talk about your involvement with golf particularly. So thank you once again for joining us today. সুপ্রিয় দর্শক, আপনারা আমাদেরকে ফোন করতে পারবেন। স্ক্রিনের নিচে যে ফোন নাম্বার আছে সেই নাম্বারে ফোন করে আপনাদের যদি কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকে, যদি কোনো কমেন্ট থাকে, আপনারা আমাদের সাথে কথা বলতে পারবেন। So if I start with you, Mr. Afzal Ali, you are involved with this sports, golf.
Yes.
Why you got involved with golf particularly? I mean, from my understanding, what I can understand, our community, definitely we have achieved so much in UK, in terms of politics, business, in community, but still now, to me, golf seems a little bit of aristocracy. So why you personally got involved with golf?
Well, it's like football or cricket. You meet people, they play various sports, you
Right.
take part, and with golf, it's one of those things where you meet a few friends, non-Bengali friends,
Right.
you join them, you enjoy it, and you take up the sport.
I
Just
see.
like football or cricket. There's
So
no difference.
when you start getting involved
I've been playing
with
golf for over nearly 10 years now.
10 years?
Yes,
That's
10 years.
That's quite a long time.
It is quite a long time, yes. But one of the things about golf is that you can play all your life effectively.
Right.
You don't have to. If you're 50 years old and you can carry on, you can play up to 60, 70. It's a very social sport.
I see.
So
But
there's
it
no
takes
age
quite
limit.
quite some time. I mean, say for example, if you start in the morning, it takes your whole day.
Well, I was just saying it's a social sport. So
I see.
when there's few friends together, you spend half a day playing golf.
I see.
You get a little bit of exercise.
Absolutely.
And you spend a good time.
I see.
And golf is one of those sports where you can socialise and enjoy the sport at the same time.
So you said that you've been involved with golf for last 10 years.
Yes.
And that within that 10 years, how many new players or how many new members you personally, get them involved with golf?
Well, the thing is, there are a few friends, mostly non-Bengalis, I have to admit, that have taken up the sport. But recently, with the last 2 or 3 months, we have formed a society, UK Bangladeshi Golf Society, hence
Right.
we're here.
When it was established?
A couple of months ago.
I see.
And our whole aim is that we are all golfers, and we would like to bring golf to the Bengali community.
How does the membership look like? I mean, in terms of participation?
It's amazing actually, to tell you the truth. There was originally about 10, 12 people. Our first sort of gathering, a golf day out, was in October, and there was altogether maybe 20 people. And we had our second gathering, which was last Sunday, and it was about over 30 people.
Over 30 people?
Yes.
So the membership is going up?
Members going up through our website.
Right.
I don't know if I can mention it.
No, you don't need to mention
Okay,
it.
well,
yeah, I'm
through
sure
our
people will
website.
be able to find out.
Absolutely. We got over 50 plus members.
Right, at
so
this
far,
moment.
At this moment in time, yeah. So within less than 3
So
months.
the response,
Absolutely,
it
it's
looks
been great.
quite thrilling.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did not realise that there's so many Bangladeshi brothers playing golf through the UK. So
Thank you very much. Mr. Zillu Manan, you are also involved with golf. How many years you've been involved with golf, and what motivated you to got involved with golf?
Approximately about 10 plus years.
10
I've
plus
been
years.
playing golf.
Right.
What
So you inspired him or he inspired you? How
Well,
we've never met before.
we live in
I see.
different part of London. He lives in
Okay.
West and I live in East London.
Right.
What motivated me in golf? I'm a sportsman.
I see.
I've been playing football, snooker for quite some time, over 30 years. And
So
one of
you are, in general, you are very keen about sports.
sports, and then I like to get to the pinnacle of sports. So I find golf is one of the sports that we maybe our
It's a
Bengali,
social sports, as
Bengali
absolutely,
community
that's it, yes.
didn't enter yet, but somehow I got into that society and I enjoyed it.
Right.
And I would like to take other Bengali brothers to come and join us.
Whoever
to this,
interested about
to
golf,
this-
they can obviously
Yeah.
join that particular society, and they can take it forward.
Yes, of course.
I see.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zilumanan. Mr. Rahman, you are also involved with golf. If I ask you the same question,
yeah, sure.
how long you been involved
Yeah.
with golf,
So-
and what motivated you?
Sure. So similar.
Is it one of these guys? Or?
No, I don't know these guys. I've only met them through UKBGS. But I've been playing golf for approximately 10 years as well. Only in the last couple of years, very regularly. And I was actually introduced to golf by a colleague of mine from my workplace. And that's how I got in. And in fact, he sold me his second-hand set of golf club for £50, right? So it's a good start. And for me, like Gilio, I used to play a lot of football. Okay, we played a lot of football. And then I thought, I like new challenges. So I took up cricket.
We have a phone call. We'll come back to you.
Sure.
Assalamu alaikum, caller. আপনার পরিচয় দিয়ে দয়া করে আপনার প্রশ্নটি করুন। Caller, okay.
Okay.
if you can
So yeah, so I
continue.
like different challenges. Then I took
Right.
up cricket for a while. So I played that, and I thought, okay, I like doing that. Now I thought,
So you are top to bottom a sportsman.
I am a jack of all trades for sports. Yeah. So then I thought, let me try golf now, and because I can play
So
many
the
different
cricket,
sports.
football didn't do very well.
No, I think all of that helped,
I see.
because the golf you quite coordination and accuracy, and
Absolutely.
all of that stuff comes into it. And like Jilu, yes,
Your
golf.
tolerance, focus,
Yep.
exercise, all of them came in one place.
Actually, I don't, but he's our society captain.
Oh, I
So
see.
what is golf is
So he's
obviously
a good organizer as well.
Very.
it's a social game as well. So it brings everything together. But we do like the competitive aspects of it as well. And that's why we have at UKBGS, we have a tournament every month where people can participate. And, Julie, for example, is a very low handicap, as I say. He's a handicap of 5. So, almost close to a professional. So a lot of the guys, like Malik is a newer golfer. So they can learn from him. And obviously I've been playing, I'm somewhere in the middle. But the reason why I've gotten in there, basically, social aspects of it, the challenging aspect of getting better, okay? And also, golf has got a lot of health benefits as well.
Absolutely.
Fresh air,
Well,
blue skies.
I think absolutely any sports,
Yeah.
it helps
Yeah.
any individual in terms of their physical growth,
Yes.
their psychological growth. It keeps you disciplined.
Yeah.
So I think there are so many advantages when it comes to sports.
And the key thing that Afzal said, golf, আমরা বাংলাদেশি মানুষ আর কি, when we get older, আমরা বেশি involved হই না, right? But golf, I play with English guys, and some of them are 60 plus, 70 plus, and they're playing. And I'm saying to myself, hey, I would love to do that at that age. Because I know, parents তারা তো বেশি বাড়ে যাইতে চাই না।
I think there are certain cultural
and we want to
aspects as
change
well.
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
We would
So-
like to change that.
Absolutely,
Definitely. of course.
absolutely.
So that's
you-
one thing, and the other thing is that I said about going outside, getting the fresh air. And a lot of us have challenging life, work life and so
Absolutely,
on.
absolutely.
And when you go out there, it's an opportunity to reduce your stress levels. as well.
Socialize,
Yeah.
and also at the same time keeping yourself disciplined, focused,
Yes.
and a little bit of
It
exercise
doesn't.
as well.
Absolutely.
It doesn't only exercise your body; it exercises your mind. Yeah, it really helps
Absolutely.
in your
I
life.
don't know, on average, on a golf course, you walk 5, 6, 7 miles. So
Absolutely.
there's half a day that you spend you're walking. So that's in the fresh air.
Absolutely.
It's
It's
great.
certainly not cardiovascular, but it does give you some, gives you a good workout. And the other thing about golf being an aristocratic sport, it was in the 18th century, right? But golf has changed now, and in the West, America and Europe, the golf is now.
Do you think it's positive?
No, it is, and it's
No, of
across
course, very.
different, different classes now. So I mean, the guys I play with, a lot of them are working class people. Yes, there's a lot of managerial classes, professional classes, and there's
Like,
upper
say,
classes.
for example, when people think about golf,
they
they
think,
think
yeah.
about Donald Trump. It's
right.
like one of
Yes.
those American
Yeah.
billionaire. You
Yeah,
see? So,
So that is there, and if you go to the third
So I
world
think
countries,
the stereotereotype, breaking
Yes,
the
absolutely.
stereotype
That's
is quite
right.
important.
That's
as well.
right.
Absolutely.
I think the perception is that it's a rich man's game, and it is in certain areas. So obviously, if you go to Bangladesh, it is a rich man's game.
Yes.
But in Europe, in the West, is actually it is the gap is getting closer or widening. So more community people
Absolutely.
are joining in, and where we play. There's a lot of courses where, like public courses or municipal courses, where you can actually go and play for 10, 15 pounds an hour, or 10 pounds a course,
Around,
basically.
yeah.
Around. So it is getting cheaper, and it can be as expensive as you like to make it.
Yeah.
For example, I can go on a course, pay £200 for a round, have £2,000 worth of clubs, and do that. You can do that if you want to, but at the same time, I think it is getting cheaper, and I think
More
the
people can
perception is
access it.
changing.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. I
Thank
mean,
you.
if people like us can do it,
Thank you, thank you.
Golf has recently gave a lot of leeway, hence a lot of people, and especially in UK, the growth of golf is gone really big. Recently, over a million people has registered the handicap, and non-registered maybe up to 6 million people. So
Around the world?
around
the
UK.
UK.
Around the UK.
Around-
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
if you want some figures, in America, 30 million people play golf, and it's a $70 billion sport from a
quite a lot of
merchandising.
money.
Yeah. Europe is a $15 billion sport, and I think in Europe they hire 180,000 people in that area.
Indeed.
So
paying-
it's a job sector wise, it's a,
Yeah,
big
yeah,
sector.
absolutely.
as
Very,
well,
very big
as well.
sector.
Mr. Thank you very much.
No worries.
I'll definitely come back to all of you. Mr. Malek Mujumdar, as he said, you have joined golf recently. So what motivated you to join golf?
Yeah, I think what motivated
Have
me.
you tried other sports, cricket, football, and then you thought, no,
Unfortunately, not very good at other sports. I mean,
I see.
I've played a bit of snooker in the past,
Okay.
and that's about it really. So I actually got introduced to golf by my uncle, who's actually the society VP, Nashir Majumdar. So he actually introduced me about 6 months ago now, and
Right.
since then I've been playing nearly every week.
every week.
Yeah. So
So are you liking it or?
absolutely, it's fantastic.
I see.
It's
So
such
I
an
mean, how
enjoyable
do you
game.
balance your family life, your work life, and golf as well? Because as they mentioned, golf it takes quite a lot of your personal time.
No, absolutely, it's very easily manageable. I mean, if you play on certain days, take a few hours out your day, you could go and play on any course.
I see. I mean,
It's kind of like a substitute to exercise. Say you was to go gym, it would
Right.
take you 2 hours, and
Right.
if you went golf instead of gym, you kind of get the same.
but
same
in,
res-
maybe
in-
the
it-
time
you
length
do
is
something.
little bit
Maybe you do
extended.
something you like, and then get the benefit of that exercise.
It's like doing any hobby. So I don't know what your hobbies are, but your hobby will take a lot of time.
Yeah, absolutely, and you do enjoy it. That's why
You love
get
it
into
to
That's
the
the
max.
reason we
yeah.
play it. yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it is a good question. It does take more time than other sports, right? But what we
That's
do-
why I
yeah,
mean
yeah.
I think the stereotype. I mean,
Yeah.
that's where the stereotype comes. They think, they are well enough. Now they can take some time off, and they can go to some countryside and they can
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah,
a whole day.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
not
Yeah.
too many people can afford it, and
Yeah.
particularly,
Yeah.
from ethnic minorities, it's quite difficult.
So
Still
what
is
people do is
difficult.
that, I mean, for a time, I mean, I have family as well, young family. So what you do is that you work around that. So for example, you play early mornings and then
Right.
get home, and then you obviously then you devote your time to the family. So yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta be active.
You
Obviously,
have
you
to
can't
balance
play.
it.
You can't play golf. Come home, put your feet up, and then the kids are saying, "What's going on?" So yes, you do have to balance.
have to
that.
balance
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, the great thing about golf, as with any sport, you can actually play with your family. So take your kids along
Yeah,
and so on.
absolutely.
Mm,
I
absolutely.
mean, as Bengalis,
I mean,
we-
how about
Jilu
Mr.
Manan.
Zilu Manan? How about the stereotype? I definitely there are certain perception about golf. Like is a rich boys, sports. What you guys doing in terms of keeping that membership inclusive, so that everyone interested to join golf they can access it. What your organization, what you guys are doing in terms of it? From your personal capacity or from your involvement with that particular organization that that been formed recently by UK Bangladesh Golf Society. I mean, what you guys doing in terms of that?
I mean, well, that's why our community, Bangladesh, we formed this community, Bangladesh Golf Society. So we have within our community that people help us with financially whatever
Right.
they can, so we can promote our young generation
Absolutely.
to this next level of golf, hopefully. And then, like I said, we have sponsors that are willing to push us and see us, lift us to this golf society and this next world.
Absolutely. So your golf society, you guys are working, breaking that stereotype, so that you can
Absolutely.
bring more people in.
Exactly, absolutely.
Letting
That-
people know that it's not all
Yeah.
about people like Donald Trump sports.
No,
you can
it's not-
still
no,
access
no,
it.
it's not like-
And as
It-
you mentioned, it's
yeah.
a social sport. That means
Absolutely.
you can make friends,
Yeah.
or you can bring your friends or your family.
Yeah.
You spend fresh air
Yeah.
doing some some sort of exercise as well.
Yeah.
It's a kind of game where you can play good. It talks for you. in this big society.
Absolutely.
It puts you in automatically.
Absolutely.
If you play good, you're in with Donald
People
Trump.
know you.
You're in with Donald Trump.
So Abdullah, what we're doing is that obviously we brought together quite a few people with good know-how, right? And you're right, golf, if you don't know, golf can be expensive. But we have a lot of know-how. So for example, like
We'll
I said,
talk more about it.
Okay.
We need to go for a break.
Okay.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I will talk more about golf. সুপ্রিয় দর্শক, আজকে কমিউনিটি ম্যাটারসে আমরা কথা বলছি রোল অফ স্পোর্টস ইন ব্রিটিশ বাংলাদেশি কমিউনিটি। আমরা যাবো একটা বিরতিতে, বিরতির পর আপনাদের সাথে আবার কথা হবে, আমাদের সাথেই থাকবেন।